I feel like my obligation as coach is sometimes to shed on the light, especially in those lane swap situations. Tower dives are really eminent, and I think we should just jump right into the replay here and just show how it just failed for TSM to prepare the tower dive, or either way defend it. What we see here is at the around 2:30 minutes mark, bot lane EDG started harassing Dyrus, and he got a lot of minion aggro, and so it's slowly pushing towards him. And they have two decisions. Either way, one, they start hard pushing it, they bounce it against the tower and then freeze it, or they prepare the tower dive. And as we see on later, they go for the tower dive. So EDG starting the tower dive here. On the flip side, on the top lane, we have as well a non-frozen lane. And what TSM is doing here, they see the top laner coming in, and they just have the wave in the middle for no reason. And what we see here is happening is Killov going for the red buff, going together. Santorin going for the red buff. Top lane is not pushing in, so they can't go for the tower dive. And this is the time where Last Boy and Santorin either way needs to both TP back, because if one of them TPs back, top lane TP can come bot lane and they have a 4 versus 2. Or what's going to happen, he's just going top lane, don't do anything. It's 100% ganked now at the bottom side. And Dyrus is like, where's my team? Either way, make the top lane dive happen, or defend bot lane, and none of those happens. And we actually can see how Dyrus is doing really well in this situation, forcing 2 flashes and get the farm afterwards. And what we can see also in 2 minutes later, that he's actually 10 CS up and he's 0-2. So if we just roll the clip from here on out, flashing the hook, really, really nice play. Getting a lot of DPS on Meiko, getting a lot of DPS on Clearlove, dying here, getting all the CS afterwards. And what is happening afterwards is really, really important, because they need to recover from this. It will slow push towards the enemy. And if we just run forward and see how Clearlove is actually going with his jungle rotation, what he's doing, he's instantly putting pressure bot lane again, because they don't swap the Thresh into the mid lane. They keep the pressure bot lane. So Rek'Sai is going towards the mid lane, Santorin is going back as well, and they should try to actually get any kind of cover around this area down here. This is really, really important, so that they prevent another tower dive, because if Dyrus dies again, it's going to be really, really bad. So Clearlove ganking mid lane, no wards at all at the bottom side, and Dyrus again, guys, either way make a top lane happen, freeze the lane, or help me at the bottom side, and he gets caught out.
Well, Santorin had wards too, and he goes immediately after checking his Raptors. They're not there for a couple seconds.
And why is he top lane? Why is Last Boy top lane? If he's freezing the lane, and he doesn't need to be there.
It's extremely predictable too, and because
really
4 out of the 5 games.
And really important, they had wards around those areas. He was totally fine freezing topside, and I think this is just to show why Dyrus is dying so many times. It's not his only effort. It's actually a team effort, and I think that's really important to notice.
Yeah, and Clearlove didn't even do a jungle camp. After the gank, goes back, comes immediately middle to pick on Bjergsen, win that lane a little bit,
knowing how to do
bottom.
Yeah, just knowing how to do the jungle rotation effectively and setting EDG for a really successful game.
Yeah, I really think that he's just trying to farm champions all the time and at least get his laners forward instead of getting some farm for himself, and that seems to be the prevalent style here.
Yeah, I think that this is how you should play right now, and this is how we see actually most of the games going forward. Tower dives are really eminent, especially the TP play. You need to do a lot of mind games, but once you've figured out and you actually feel yourself in dire situation, you need your team to do something. Because if you're on an island, you are on an island, and your other team needs to create the second island for the enemies.
All right, thank you so much, Sheepy. We need to step away from